My name's Zack Collie. I have 4 children. I have Zack, Levi, Caden, and a princess named Layla. I have an awesome family. I remember telling my friends, oh my gosh, I have 4 kids at 4 schools and this is crazy. And little did I know, now that seems like nothing. Okay, it was Memorial Day, 2010. We had wanted to go to a pool and barbecue at our neighbor's house, and we told Zack. And he really wanted to go to the beach with his friends, and I felt like I gave in. Like, yeah, okay, all right, fine, you go. So I remember going to this pool party, and the little ones were swimming, and the barbecue was just being started, and a boy that lives there is my son Levi's age, and he came up to me and said, is Levi coming? So I went up and got my phone. I remember I noticed a voicemail message, and
we were there almost all day. We've been in the water, decided to go back out one more time. I remembered it being cold, so I decided I was just gonna run in, dive into the water, get used to it really quick. I ran to dive under a wave, hit a sandbar. I'm gonna die at 15 years old. I can't believe this happened to me. I remember being dragged. He let go of my arms. It was like they weren't even attached to my body.
the mom that drove them down there, it was her. She simply said, there's been an accident. Zack's at Hoag Hospital. You need to get down here right away. I knew it was bad. I sensed immediately this is serious. But I had no idea that it was that serious. I'm trying to dial his friend, and he says, Amber, Zack's not moving. Zack's not moving. You see in the movies, Mr. and Mrs. Collie have a seat, and he said, I won't sugarcoat it. He said, it's really bad. They had done some x-rays and an MRI, and they're waiting on the results. He had, the big neck brace on, so he could hardly look over at me, but he just smiled. And for me, that moment was, he's alive. Like, he's alive. Like, I felt like it didn't matter. Like, at that moment for me, as his mom, I just felt like it doesn't matter. Like, whatever it is, he's alive. It's like, we're gonna deal with this. If Zack can live in a body that all of a sudden doesn't work, is being as active as he used to be, like knowing who he is, if he can do it with a smile on his face, then I can do it. I can sit there and walk beside him.
I have never broken a bone in my body until I broke my neck. I grew up riding dirt bikes, surfing. I was just always outdoors. I'm always hanging out with my friends.
He is paralyzed. He lost the function of his body, and from day one, chose to move forward, and I think we kind of followed suit. It did happen. It did happen to our family, and there's nothing that can change that. But that doesn't mean he can't have a good life. It doesn't mean everything stops and we just feel sorry for ourselves and curl up in a ball and hide.
Zack can face life with those challenges and not complain. It causes me not to complain as much either.
This injury could happen to anybody. Therapy and rehab was just what we did.
When I first got hurt, I couldn't even push my wheelchair on my own. And so that was a big struggle for me because I had no freedom. I couldn't go anywhere on my own. Just like simple things you take for granted.
His legs, they shake to the point where we actually strap him down. We tie him down at night. So he is 7 to 10 hours, depending on how long he sleeps, in the same position. If he just wants to sit on the couch, what it takes to get him from his now wheelchair to the couch to the bed.
If I want something, a glass of water, to brush my teeth, I always have to wait for someone to do it for me. And sometimes that's really frustrating. One of the biggest things I've had to learn is patience. Would give anything to have my independence back, but now going to school, getting my life on the right track to get out in the world and eventually be independent on my own one day is what drives me. I'm gonna get there one day, it's just gonna take a little longer. I like to tell people I'm still the same person I was before my accident. I wanna have a family one day and live on my own, have a house. I love to go to concerts, go to the beach, I'm still me.
I get amazed and blessed to watch Zack's coping with life because it gives me inspiration.
We work a lot on upper body in hopes of one day that I'll be able to transfer myself, like into my chair, into a seat. That's a big goal we have.
It's very important. His body gets moved, gets worked out, doesn't atrophy. There's definitely something about giving back. Just seems like the most natural thing to do.
I've grown a lot more compassionate for others too. It's made me definitely want to help more people. Don't take life for granted. Be appreciative for what you have. Never give up. Persevere.